Creative marketing made the superhero movies back in the 2010s and even the earlier 2000s so much more special compared to what it is today, in my opinion. I barely seen any marketing in stores when it comes for like Superman or Fantastic Four, or even when it came to Thunderbolts. When the first Avengers movie came out, or even the Iron Man movie or the Hulk movie, there were so many physical cutouts, so many aisles dedicated to those movies in stores. I cannot go to any store without seeing a whole aisle dedicated to that, where there would just be little action figures, shields, hammers, Iron Man blasters, War Machine masks, coloring books. They even had popsicles after the Avengers, bro. The two superhero movies that I seen the most this year was Brave New World and Fantastic Four. Back in the 2010s, you cannot go to any Target, Publix, Walmart, when we still had a Toys R Us, without seeing a whole aisle, a whole section of the store dedicated to these superhero movies, bro. You just couldn't. The Amazing Spider-Man, he had one of the craziest marketing runs ever. His web slingers were cool, especially now that we have Miles Morales on the big screen. He's becoming more popularized. A whole generation's about to grow up with Miles Morales. Imagine if they had the earlier 2000s and 2010s marketing for Miles Morales today and with our other superhero movies. I don't know why it ever was thought of a good idea that quantity over quality would be a good idea for the MCU, especially during the pandemic and post-pandemic. Like in 2021, we got WandaVision, Hawkeye, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki. All good shows in my opinion. Even if you rush a project and it still turns out somewhat decent, I don't think that's still a good idea and a good thing to continue doing. So when you look at the Infinity Saga, it's a lot of patience, a lot of slow burn. I'm glad the Multiverse Saga wasn't a 10-year slow burn as well. I think that would have been boring. Even though the Multiverse Saga is shorter than Infinity Saga, this could have been a situation where less is more. If writers don't read the source material in the comics, then how do they know exactly if this character is supposed to be a certain way? They should learn the source material. That way it makes the story feel more natural. I just think the movies are better when the producers and directors, all the people who are having a big hand on the movie, they know and understand the character. They study the character. They do their homework on these characters. They know where the character should be. They know what the characters should say, how they act, and how they do things. Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Hawkeye. Then you had good movies like Shang-Chi, Wakanda Forever, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thunderbolts, and now Fantastic Four. The Multiverse Saga, it's not like the Infinity Saga where it's solely just focused on the big bad. This saga is more about the multiverse collapsing and the incursions than it is about a single big bad alone. And if they actually went through the Kang Dynasty, the incursions in the multiverse collapse would be more of a focus than Kang being the big bad. I promise you it would have been. But even though they didn't go with Kang and decided to pivot to Doom, the more important factor of this saga is the multiverse collapse and incursions. It would be so boring if they just copy and pasted the 10-year plan, phase 1 through phase 3. And I for one would not want to wait a whole another 10 years. If they want to replicate that, let it be in the later years, like in 2040 or something. Not now, bro. You can make new ideas. You don't have to do a 10-year plan every time. You just need to be methodical and carefully craft scripts and projects. That's it.